You see this? Yeah, I'm not supposed to like this car, because this is the kind of BMW I actually drive. And for some time now, this has been my world. I've spent pretty much my whole car life in cars like these, driven plenty of them, ridden in more. I know exactly what they feel like and exactly why I love them. These are the BMWs I'm used to. And this feels like the exact opposite. Too big, too digital, too obsessed with numbers. Like it was built for people who want something very different from a BMW than I do. At least, that's how I've always seen it. But the problem is, I've never actually driven it. And if there's one modern BMW I probably shouldn't judge from the outside, it's this one. So today, the question is, will I actually enjoy it? Does it still have that BMW feeling people like us care about? Or do they really not make them like they used to anymore? Let's find out. I mean, look, obviously this thing is gonna be insane, right? 510 horsepower, because it's an M3 Competition 2023 model, and rear-wheel drive. So, yeah. Also, it's pretty small on the outside. On camera, it never looks small, but in person, it's actually pretty small. It's really compact. The kidneys, look, the car has been out for like, what, 6 years now? We've gotten used to them. Actually, the car looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Looks wide, looks aggressive, but still looks pretty normal, pretty chill. But yeah, enough of that. I think we should go for a drive. This is a really good sitting position. Much better than in older BMWs. I don't know what they were thinking back in the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, you know, because this is on another level. You can sit very low. The steering wheel can come, you know, very close to you. Okay, so first things first, this is really my first time driving this M3. I've only took it to this parking lot, like, I don't know, about 3 minutes from where I picked it up. I didn't try anything yet. I was just like chilling, cruising. This is also only my second time driving a modern BMW. I already made a video when I was driving the G80 230i, and that was my actual first time driving a modern BMW. So you can go check it out first, but this is my first time driving an M car, a modern M car, an M3. Also, another thing, as an old BMW guy, right? I mean, I'm a fan of older BMWs. I must say, this interior it's good. This screen, I don't actually mind it. I know, I've said it like a million times, I don't like screens in modern cars, but this, actually it's not bad. Like, I think it's actually pretty good. I don't really miss that old cockpit design. I don't know if I prefer it over this or I prefer this over that. Like, I don't have an opinion really. It's actually very close to you. Like, you can easily do this. And it has a nice sound. Like, tick, 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 tick. This is actually pretty simple to use. Would I prefer a knob? Yeah, a knob would be cool. Alright. Also, like, the overall feeling in this cabin is pretty nice. This is a nice car, man. It really is. Okay, this is cheap. Holy shit. This is super cheap, man. This looks great. Alright, not bad. Pretty similar to my E46. These are okay. This is cheap though. I mean, BMW 3 Series have always had this kind of like cheap-ish feeling. Not cheap-ish, but like there were always things in 3 Series, you know, that felt kind of cheap. And this is the cheap thing with this one. This feels nice. This is okay. Carbon fiber looks cool. Yeah. These buttons are pretty nice. Much better than an E46 or E36. The door closing sound could be better, not gonna lie. Let's check the rear for a second. You know what? I think this is the first 3 Series that you can actually comfortably sit inside, in the rear. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know, it's pretty chill. Anyways. All right.
The expected drive time is 28 minutes.
All right.
Please turn half right in 200 meters at the end of the road.
Okay.
Now turn half right at the end of
Are you gonna shut up? Oh, fucking auto start stop, man. I hate this shit. Sounds pretty good, not gonna lie. Pretty chill, pretty normal. A normal car. Normal 3 Series. Also, like, quick side note, the only reason I'm driving this today is not because I got rich or anything, is because Actinia was kind enough to let me drive this thing. Actinia is a luxury car rental place, so if you're ever here in this part of Europe, so Slovenia or anywhere around it, make sure to go check them out. They have a 6 selection of cars you can rent. You know, M2, M3, a McLaren, an Aston Martin, Porsche 911, GT3, Touring, and an RS. Like, bro, come on, luxury cars, whatever. So yeah, if you want to do something exciting, definitely go check them out. Also, what I want you to do right now is go on their website, click the link below, and pick the car you want to see me drive next. So drop it in the comments, and I will drive the one that gets mentioned the most. So yeah, make sure to go do that. Oh, there's an M5 here. Looks shit in this black, matte black. What the fuck? This is a ugly ass color. All right. You know what I noticed? It's super difficult to drive this car like within the speed limit. Wait, you know, because it's constantly like, I don't want to say itching you. I'm in efficient mode right now and everything, like the least sporty modes. But still, you know, like this is now 50 and I'm barely touching the throttle, like barely. Look, I'm like going over the speed limit right now and I'm not even, it's super difficult to be within the speed limit. Okay, so now we're gonna have some fun. So let's go and let's play with this. We're gonna put it here for now. And yeah, let's see. I'm gonna shift manually. Holy shit. The whole car just starts doing this. Yeah, this car is brutal. Let's put it in Sport Plus. Oh, the steering, bro. You know, a lot of people complain about the steering, that it's too numb or anything, and that you cannot feel anything through it. But man, you can. What the f? The brakes are actually not sensitive at all. Pretty nice. Holy shit. Let's put everything in Sport Plus. Oh. Insanity. How this car drives. Whoa. Okay. I like this. This is nice. And this engine, bro, this engine feels mechanical as hell. It's not synthetic at all. I was afraid that this engine is gonna feel like synthetic, you know, like it's not a real engine or something, but no, it feels mechanical as hell. Like I can almost feel like valves sticking and pistons moving up and down. Okay. All right. Whoa. Oh, okay. Yeah, this engine, bro. I had a problem with that engine in that 230i that I was driving. I said that like it felt asthmatic up top. At the top, it kind of feels like this engine is dying, because when you go to like 6,000 RPM, there's not so much torque anymore. But this engine, it just pulls and pulls. Shit. Oh, the throttle is super sensitive. There is some turbo lag, like the engine feels like a rubber band, you know, like you're stretching it, you know? Oh, you can hear the turbos. Insane. Let's check this. Oh, the steering is so sharp. Oh. Poof. Insane. Phew. I like this steering, bro. And I'm coming from like an E30, E46 place, you know. And I'm not even using the whole engine right now. The shifts are pretty quick. I like that. Let's see here. You see this? Oh. Oh. Let's. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, traction control is saving my ass right now. I don't want to turn it off. I don't know. You know, it's not my car. I would, but I won't. You know, I would, but I won't. But if I would, this car would probably be, ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Super raw. This car feels raw, bro. Let's get scientific with it, okay? So this car has 510 horsepower, 650 newton meters of torque, and it gets to that torque at 2,750 RPM, and then it pulls that same torque up to 5,500 RPM. So, you know, that means it's pulling constantly and consistently until 5,500 RPM, and then it's just building horsepower up to like 7 and something. And yes, it does feel like that. It feels exactly like that. This engine just pulls. I like this engine, man. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm in love with this engine. I honestly am. And this car just wants you to push it. But at the same time, it's super comfortable. I like the fact how comfortable this car is. It's a 3 Series at the end of the day, so you know, you can like chill in this car. You can do whatever. But then you downshift and oh. But yeah, these speeds right now, yeah, you cannot feel anything. You know, because it gets like really light at low speeds. But once you get up to, I don't know, above 60, 70 kilometers per hour, then you can feel a lot. I don't think that I noticed the changes that much. Steering and like most people say, steering in comfort is better than sport, so we'll keep it in comfort because I want to see if super light right now. And yes, you can actually feel the road texture. I can feel right now when we're going over these little bumps. Yeah, I can feel this here. This doesn't feel that different from my E46, except it's lighter. Let's put it in sport. It gets a little bit heavier, but not too much. Also, one thing about the size of this car, actually, it doesn't feel too big. I thought it's gonna feel like a boat, and not like a boat, but like, you know, big, but it's not that big. It's actually not that big. Also, the weight, 1,800 kilos, which you absolutely do not feel. So if you're worried about the weight, just don't worry about it because you cannot feel it. This car feels lighter than my E46. How is this possible? I don't know. Probably the inputs, you know, steering, brakes, throttle, stuff like that. They are done in a way that make the car feel light. But also the suspension and everything, the whole chassis is so tight. I like how tight this chassis is. Holy shit. Should I wait for this guy? Whoa, insane. And this car is on winter tires, by the way. Can I go in front, please? Thank you. Let's see. Oh, this car just wants to dance, bro. Look at this. Yup. Oh, the chassis is insane. The steering is actually really good. Oh. This car just wants to go sideways all the time. All right, calm it down. There are people here. We don't want to be a jackass. Would I buy this car? I mean, better question is, would I spend money I don't have on this car? Yeah. Oh. Oh, this engine, bro. If you don't feel this, you will never get it. Yeah, I would go sideways here all the time if I would have the traction control turned off. Maybe we can do it a little bit. I mean, it pulls good, but the steering and the chassis and like how you can control this car is... Let's see if it wants to play. I wanna... 50 again. Alright. This car is wild. Whoa! Oh! Yes, bro. Oh, LSD feels so good. Limited slip. But at the same time, it has so much grip. This engine feels so mechanical. The steering is a bit light. It's a touch light. I must admit that. I would prefer it a bit heavier in corners, like right here. Not that you cannot tell what's going on, but it's a bit light. Let's see if I put it in. I would prefer to load up a bit more over here, but it's not bad. Yeah, you have to be careful with this car, man. Oh. You cannot just go full throttle everywhere. I have to get used to the throttle because it doesn't give you full power like immediately. a BMW. This is a true BMW. I'm gonna turn the traction control on because I'm gonna f up these tires. Yeah, dude, this car. And the chassis feels amazing. And by the way, this feels exactly, and I mean exactly, as the handling on the E46 and the E30. This honestly feels more similar to the E30 because the rear end is so playful, I don't know, insane. I mean, it doesn't feel the same because it's better, but it feels, you know, I can tell it's the same generation, it's the same, you know, there's same thoughts behind it. Oh, and you know, is it too fast? I don't know if I would call it too fast. It feels just right. To be honest, I don't think it's too fast. Okay, so the steering weight, okay, it's a bit light. I will admit that, but I can feel everything through it. It's not Lotus Elise, you know what I mean? Okay, it's not that, right? But you kind of have to expect that because, well, you know, it's a 3 Series, okay? Even though it's an M3, it's not gonna be a Lotus Elise, right? But it handles like one. This car just jumps from a corner to corner, man. And yeah, to answer the question from the beginning, from the intro, does it still have that BMW in it? Would someone like me like it? Well, you've seen it, right? And I'm not pretending here or anything. These are like my genuine first impressions, and I actually really like this car. You know, this car feels so familiar to me, and it's my first time driving it, and it feels like I've been driving it for years and years. Seriously. But you know what I'm really happy about? That this car doesn't feel synthetic at all. I was so worried that it's gonna feel like a video game. You know, the engine, the gearbox, the brake, throttle, steering, everything, but no, it doesn't. It still feels pretty mechanical. Actually more mechanical than the 2 Series because of this engine. And yeah, it's super raw. Not in terms of like connection to the road, like because you're pretty isolated here, but in terms of when you gun it, like you can feel the engine vibrations go through the entire chassis and through your leg and your ass and hands and everything. It's like, and this is not, I mean, I think some sound is pumped in through the speakers, but the vibrations are not. So, you know, so in that regard, it's mwah. Now it's a bit rainy. Fuck me, man. This engine sounds pretty good. Whoa. Fuck me, man. Holy shit. Nah. Let's see. I'm gonna turn that off, man, cause okay. Wait. It's DSC not okay. This caught me off guard, I'm not gonna lie. And I think that I know how to manage a car when it gets sideways, but this was like, so I can definitely see how people crash this thing. I'm sorry guys, it's raining a bit, so I'm not really in the mood to crash this car. Yeah, see this? Look. That's ABS. So also ABS is interesting because I cannot feel it through the pedal. I can only feel it through my ass. Holy shit, that sounded wrong. Holy fuck. How this car handles is amazing, and it's actually enjoyable. The only thing that's bothering me is because it's kind of useless in these conditions. Because, yeah, I mean, Yeah, you see this? Like, you cannot even use the whole power. It's too much for these conditions. This is just, you know. I'm like babying it right now. This is nothing. This is like 2-3 millimeters of throttle input. I mean, it's not that fast. Like, it's good. It's not like, whoa. But yeah, fuck, man. I mean, I really get it why people go for X-Drive, because sometimes this feels like it's not even usable. Like, I cannot even put the power down, to be honest. But it's brutal. I can tell you that. Holy shit. It's not too much, but at the same time it is, you know. Do I need this? I like this torque, but this is enough for me, you know. I don't need anything more than that. One more corner. Fuck me, man. So I know how this feels like now. And I know how old BMWs feel like. Oh, this is amazing. The steering is brilliant. But I don't know, man. I feel like an OG M2 would be perfect. I don't know. That's how I feel right now. I never drove it. I have to, but I feel like, oh, this engine just pulls, man. Holy shit. This engine is amazing. Oh, the car just wants to rotate. And I can feel everything through the steering wheel, by the way. I know if I'm on the limit. Fuck, this feels good. I don't even want to know what's doing with the tires right now, bro. If I would have this car, I would go through tires like in a millisecond. I don't know, man. Whoa. It's not too much. It's not too much power, but when it's dry, it's amazing. But when it's wet, then it gets a bit sketchy, but okay. See, like, no. We're done. Yeah, I would have this car with a manual. Yeah. I think I would. Even though I don't know how it feels like, but I think I would like it. If any of you guys drove like a manual and an automatic, tell me which one you prefer and why. I can feel that this can get a little bit boring over time, because even now it's like, it's not boring, but it's like, whatever, you know. Maybe if I would shift my own gears, you know, bam bam, it would feel a bit more exciting. I don't know, it's like when I press the throttle, if I stay in the same gear, then it's okay, but I don't like it if I'm like in fifth, you know, like drive, right? And then I want to gun it, I want to punch it, and then the car takes like, you know, 2 seconds or whatever, like to see, like, and then it goes. Like, I know this is how automatics work, but yeah, I don't like this. Holy shit, man. Fuck. Yeah, one thing, you can notice the weight when you brake because this car slides more than it should. Like, you can feel the weights pushing this car, you know. Yeah, the whole car just, like, I don't know, it does a weird thing. It's like, whoop, you know, maybe because there's so much power going down the drive shaft into the diff that it just kind of twists the rear end. So yeah, what's the verdict? This car as a daily, man, this car is a daily. If you're using this as a weekend car, I don't know what you're doing, because there are way better weekend cars out there. You know, I wouldn't have this car as a car that I would simply use as a car to enjoy, right? This is a daily, which you can have like a lot of fun in. But it's not the weekend car. I don't know why people have these cars as weekend cars. Makes no sense to me. Also, like, just by the way, if this car would be any more analog than it is, right? If the steering would be hydraulic and, you know, I don't know what else, it would feel exactly like my E46. I have a feeling that it would, because this feels like, I think at the E46 point, the 3 Series got where it is now. The E90 also, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like an E90 is a whole lot different from this, whereas my E46 kind of feels similar to this. I don't know. Also, I'm gonna go drive my E46 right now, because I have to drive my E46 right now just to confirm everything I've been saying, like in the previous video. So yeah, I don't know. I'll see you in the E46. All right, so I'm back in my E46, as you can tell. So the main thing I noticed right away is the seating position. This one is way higher. It's exactly like I said in my 230i video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, because, you know, essentially I feel the same way. I feel like I'm sitting on top of this car, and in the new one I sat in it. But yeah, another thing, you know, I'm not just saying this because I like this car, but this engine, I said I like the S58, and I do. But this engine, this is not an M3, so it's not the S54, but it's an M54. But still, this engine is, noise and the feeling that you get is something else, you know. I like that engine, the S58, but it has turbos, which I also like, but it's different. You know, this one is naturally aspirated. It's so instantaneous, like, you don't have to wait or anything. It's not like a rubber band. It's, I don't even know, it's just straight. It's, I don't know, it's good, it's really good. Honestly, this car doesn't feel as slow as I thought it would be after that ride. Could it be faster? Yeah, it could be, you know, but there's an M3 for that. So regarding the steering feel, obviously this car has a hydraulic steering system, so it's a bit different, but not, it's not like super, see this? Like, come on, this feels amazing. So yeah, the steering. You know, the steering in the M3 is not bad, really not bad, but this just feels a little bit more natural because it's consistent. You know, at low speeds, it doesn't really get any lighter, and at high speed, it doesn't get heavier. It's always the same. If anything, it's heavier at low speed and lighter at high speed, because it's, you know, that's just how cars work. If you want to see my full reaction of this car after driving a modern BMW, go check the 230i video. I'm not gonna go, you know, I don't want to do two same videos, talk about the same thing, but, you know, essentially I feel the same. Also, one more thing I noticed when I came to this car, like immediately after driving that G80, I missed the screen. Like, I really did. I didn't think I'll get used to that screen so much, because I really like that I have navigation here. But yeah, I really missed a screen. Now, after like almost like what, 20 minutes of driving, I don't miss it anymore, but when I first came back to this car after driving that car, I was like, oh, where's the screen, right? And I kind of felt naked. So yeah, I think that just goes to show you how quickly we get used to things, like how quickly we get spoiled, you know? Also, regarding the interior quality and materials, I don't really think now the M3 specifically got any worse. The quality was actually very good in there, so it's not like it's worse, but I wouldn't say it's that much better as well. Some of the buttons feel better on the M3, you know, stuff like that. This is, I mean, this is pretty cheap here as well, but okay. You know, we forgive these cars a bit more because they're old, but when something's new, we're like super picky about it, so. Yeah, this is, I like this so much, man. In terms of feeling, right? It's just more raw. I mean, it's not really more raw, it's more immediate. You know, I feel like the car does what I want it to do. It's not doing anything on its own. That's what I like. But maybe a manual G80 would be the same. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I like this car. I really like this car. I really like the new one. So I like everything. Just, you know, I love everything. We're all friends. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're new to this channel, I do all types of car related videos. This is just one way of doing it. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.